The GMAT will sometimes ask you for the value of x that makes some expression as large or as small as possible. And on these questions, the best first move is often not to calculate, it's to ask, what kind of value can this expression even have? Here's a good example. Pause the video if you want to give it a try. You could backsolve here, but plugging answer choices, including fractions, into another fraction is going to be slow and messy. So let's look at the structure instead. We want the value of x that makes y as great as possible. First, look at the numerator. It's an absolute value, so it can't be negative. Now look at the denominator. We have negative x squared minus 3. Negative x squared is always negative or 0. Then we subtract 3 more. So the denominator is always negative. Now it looks like you have a positive divided by a negative, which would give you a negative. So the greatest possible value of y has to be the value closest to 0. But don't forget 0 itself. An absolute value can't be negative, but it can be 0. And a 0 divided by a negative is 0. So let's set the numerator equal to 0. 3x minus 5 equals 0. Solving gives x equals 5/3. So when x equals 5/3, y is 0. If x is anything else, y is a negative number. So this is the value of x that makes y greatest. The answer is E. The big lesson, when the GMAT asks you to maximize or minimize something, don't just start calculating. First ask what range of values the expression can even take. Here, once we knew that y couldn't be positive, we could see that 0 was the greatest possible value, and that unlocked the whole problem. Hopefully that helps the GMAT make sense. If you want a more strategic starting point for GMAT Quant and Data Insights, grab my free study reset through the link in the description.